Hello friends, I'm Kaustubh from GT House and this
I'm
is
Sharath.
Sharath.
Hi.
In continuation with our series for things needed for long distance riding, today we are speaking about accessories needed for your motorcycles for such rides.
Yeah.
So Sharath, tell us quickly what all key important stuff people should carry and then not so important stuff.
Right. So the first thing I always suggest is a pair of lights, depending on the kind of budget that you have. Go for a good one. This helps you ride through the dark in case you land up in a situation where you're stuck somewhere. There is a water crossing, there is a landslide, and then you end up riding through the dark. The new motorcycles, the new age motorcycles, the lights are fantastic, but they still don't help you the way the aux lights are. You could have a particular line setup,
You get
right?
more spread.
Correct.
As well
Spread,
as so the
wide,
coverage
spot.
is more.
Absolutely. That makes you comfortable to ride through,
Mm.
especially when you're riding with a pillion and stuff like that. Second thing I would advise is a USB charger, a phone charger. This could be not just for your phone, it could be even for your power bank, or it could be even
GoPros
for
or
anything,
Insta
anything
360.
electronics on a motorcycle. You ended up staying in a hotel that didn't have a power because of various reasons. So on the move, in your tank bag, this continues charging, right? And another thing that I advise is a knuckle guard. Again, you have various brands available. Invest in a good one. It helps you in two ways. One is if in case you have a fall or you hit a motorcycle or a car, that takes care of your knuckle. Second is if you're riding through cold or wind, that works as
There's
a
some deflection.
Absolutely. So these three things I would always advise you go with it, and rest on depending on the kind of ride that you're going to do. First thing on the list again is a chain cleaner and a loop. While there is plenty available en route, figure out what works for your motorcycle and the kind of terrain you're riding through. Have a good cleaner, and you have a lot of various brands available now, even pocket friendly sizes available, right? So have a chain cleaner that does a good cleaning, and then a loop depending on the terrain that
Something
runs.
especially that would last longer and
Absolutely,
you have
yes.
to lube it slightly
Lesser, right?
lesser.
Carry that, and depending on your luggage, have a saddle stay and a tail rack. While you're riding solo, it's always you can adjust here and there. But then if you end up in a situation where you buy some stuff or you have a pillion coming with you, having a saddle stay specific for your motorcycle, and a tail rack to carry some luggage if in case you want to move around. Otherwise, it's sitting in your tail and the pillion is struggling to sit.
Mounting and unmounting would also be discomfortable.
Yeah, that's definitely there. And puncture kit. Have a puncture kit that works for your bike. If it's a tubeless motorcycle, pick up something that works accordingly. And a air pump. While there is a lot of petrol pumps available en route, but having an air pump helps you check the air pressure on the move, making it comfortable. A lot of pumps that would say it's 33, 34, but then it's pumping in 40, 42, making your ride very uncomfortable. So if the air pump, you could always figure out what actual it is, and you could reduce, right? So these are the things that I really suggest you go on with. And if you're riding in a group, or if you ride to listen to a lot of music, intercom is a must add on.
Okay.
Again, various brands available starting from I think about 4K.
4K onwards, so you can stay connected with your co-riders.
Correct.
And it's always good to be connected, because then you can know a lot of things from the riders who are ahead.
Yeah.
They can give you feedback that there's a bad road, there's a pothole, or there's a traffic coming,
Yeah.
rain coming, and so many things. So
You're
it's
more
always-
engaged on the ride also,
engaged.
that way you are comfortable.
and obviously it also has got some other benefits, like your near and dear ones can call you.
Correct. Yeah.
You can make phone calls.
You can set on speed dial, just press one button and it starts calling people, who you have lined up the speed dials as such. I think it also comes handy when you're riding pillion. So you don't have to shout out like "Sun rahe ho kya?" and whatever. You don't have to do all that. The pillion is like tap of the button, and then you could just
Yeah, I know. So the number of times I have ridden with my wife,
Yeah.
she always tends to sleep because she has nothing to do.
Correct.
And I'm enjoying my ride.
Yeah.
But then after we got intercoms, we could speak,
Absolutely.
and it was like you said, there's some engagement
Correct.
happening.
So some intercoms you could even share music. I mean, I don't advise playing music on the ride, but then running in the background, you both are talking. So it's just it's interesting. It's fun. Yeah. So with the list that I had shared, there is one more that I want to add. This should have been the first to start with. It's a helmet. So most of the guys don't think much about helmet, but the people who have thought about it have multiple variants of helmets sitting at home, specific to the rides that they have, right? So first step for you is buy a helmet that fits you well, because you're going to be spending a lot of time with the helmet on the ride, and have a visor that has a clear visibility. With that, have an anti-fog, because depending on the terrain that you're riding, if your visor gets fogged up or if it's not clear, you're going to struggle. Absolutely. The stress on the eye will tie you down fully. That's one of the reasons I don't ride in the night. Now that we have lights, it's good, but then that is there. So in the market, you have a lot of visors with pin lock ready option
Ready.
available.
Yeah, stick-on type anti-fog.
Absolutely right. So if you don't have pin lock ready, then you have stick-ons that works. And now you have pin locks or anti-fogs with high definition visor. This one option that is even fantastic.
Which work at day and night also. You reduces the glare and sunlight.
Right.
So on.
So that is the next level. So you want to get that. Then you have those helmet sanitizers that ensures you can spray through. It can be used to even clean up your jacket for that matter. Just spray, just wipe it off. It kills the stink, especially if you're riding through 7 or 8 days of super solid burning climate. You start sweating a lot and your helmet starts stinking. If you have an opportunity to pull it out and wash it, even better. But the best bet would be to spray the sanitizer, wipe it off.
You don't need to wait for it to dry.
Correct.
So that's the best part of using the sanitizer. So helmet sanitizers and helmet anti-fogs.
Top of the list.
Two things that you should not miss off.
I think that's about my list. What else do you suggest?
More or less the same what Sarath has said. A couple of interesting things would be to pick up if there's anything specific for your bike and which would not be available, parts and accessories. If you're if it's a commonly available bike, more popular brands like Royal Enfields or KTM who have service centers, you should carry parts like this. There could be air filters,
brake
there
pads,
could be clutch cable, brake pads. We saw one vehicle in Hanle which was towed back because it didn't have brake pads. So such parts, I think the riders need to figure it out themselves. If what could go, and the best would be to just change it before the ride. Check what's the condition. So if it's chain sprocket or clutch cable, I usually tend to carry a spare clutch cable.
Okay.
I ride a tubed tired bike, so I carry spare tubes.
Nice.
In case because the front is not a common size. So it may or may not be available.
Yeah, true.
Luckily, I didn't have any punctures, so but it was
absolutely
not.
You don't know when it comes.
It didn't take too much space, so I could accommodate it very easily in the luggage, and so that is something. Spare set of bungees are very important. You may break the bungees, lose them, or they would not be enough on the ride, or you may add something on the ride. You tend to buy up things.
Correct. Yeah, true.
And luggage while going and coming, it's always different. While going, it's narrower, shorter, lesser. While coming back, it's always more.
Correct. The whole placement as such, or you buy something new that.
So spare set of bungees are always good. For places like Ladakh, maybe some places you need the fuel cans. 5 liters or so.
Correct.
Should be enough. There are also the fuel bags that are available these days.
So even more comfortable, more you could roll it down.
Roll it. So that's also there. Whatever is absolutely necessary, that has to be jotted down before the ride. Check whether it is really needed.
Correct.
On my last ride, I took so many things, didn't use any one of them. And then I was like, why have I carried these things?
The whole ride becomes uncomfortable with the luggage and the weight and stuff,
I mean, I don't need them. Why should I carry them?
Correct. Absolutely. True.
So that is something which I could have easily figured it out, but I didn't put that much effort that time. This ride, I knew exactly what not to carry. And what not to carry list was bigger than what to carry. But that helped. Eventually, I could really pack it in the small size, all the luggage. So that's more or less about accessories, what you should have on the bike. Mirrors is something that you want to talk about, sir?
I think mirrors are definitely required on the motorcycle. The standard is fine, but if you need a slightly wider, longer, there is a lot of accessories that you could mount on. But again, it's all something that you really have to try out. Personal choice for sure. But this thing shouldn't be a problem on your ride. So this has to be really tested and tried on the ride before you. So you could either extend the height of it, increase the height of it, or you have adapters that would make the mirror stand out a bit more so that it's wider.
Or just bigger mirrors,
Correct.
Or those ones with the convex, concave.
That is slightly tricky, but then get used to it before you go on a longer ride.
So bottom line, there are a lot of options available in the market. We're just touching few of them, not all of them. There might be things which even me and Sarath don't know, we have not explored. We are talking about only things that we have tried and tested. if you feel that there are certain things where you want to know more, you want to ask me on Sharat a question, please drop a line, please drop a comment below, and we will come back with the feedback, with an answer on it.
Yeah.
Anything else, Sharat, you want to add finally? Because this is our last episode of the long distance ride. Anything that you would like to tell our viewers in one final conclusion to make their rides safer, happier, have a better experience?
Travel light, travel longer. Places are not going anywhere else. Places are going to be there. It's just that it's going to be either comfortable or slightly messier to reach there, but nowhere it's going to be there. It's going to be blocked forever. So don't be in a hurry. I wanted to touch all this in 5 days, 6 days, and come back. Don't do that. Take your time, enjoy the place, and come back with a good experience. That's all you have to keep in mind.
Great. So that's all on the long distance rides. We are completing the series here. We will come back with more such series. Do let us know what you would like us to talk about, and we will work on it, and we will talk about it. Till next time, ride safe, stay safe. Bye bye.
Bye bye.